Bonsoir tout le monde. Bonsoir. Bonsoir Surashri. Bonsoir Arti. Com-
Bonjour, monsieur.
comment ça va?
Ça va bien, monsieur?
Ça
Et
va.
vous?
Je vais bien aussi.
Bien, merci.
Je, je vais bien aussi. Merci beaucoup. Alors, j'ai reçu votre travail, celui de Arti et celui de Surashri. Voilà, donc on va discuter ça aujourd'hui. Alors, voilà.
Ok, monsieur.
Ah, Sapna est là. Bonsoir Sapna.
Bonsoir, professeur. Comment ça va?
Ça va bien et toi? Tout va bien pour toi?
Bien, merci.
D'accord. Et toi, comment ça va?
Oui, monsieur, bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Je vais bien, et vous?
Je vais bien aussi, merci. Alors, je vois Champa. Comment ça va, Champa?
Ah, ça va bien, monsieur?
D'accord.
Comment allez-vous?
Je vais bien aussi, merci beaucoup. Alors, sans tarder, pardon?
Bonsoir tout le monde.
Bonsoir,
Bonsoir,
voilà,
madame.
très bien. Ça, c'est important de vraiment se saluer parce que c'est vraiment un bon commencement. Après s'être salué, on peut vraiment démarrer la séance. Très bien. Alors, ce qu'on va faire aujourd'hui, nous allons commencer par le travail envoyé par Surashri et Arti et on va le corriger rapidement. Ça va? C'est bon? On fait comme ça? D'accord? Vous avez trouvé le travail envoyé par Surashri et puis le travail envoyé par Arti. So, we'll be very quick. Alors, je vais lire le travail envoyé par Surashri tout d'abord. C'est bon? Ça va? Comment tu trouves le travail? Sapna, ça va? Sapna, ça va? Ça va? D'accord. Tout le monde a trouvé le travail envoyé par Surashri. Everyone has found the work sent by Surashri. So that you get to know who is who and whose work has been sent where, so you should know. So she writes, I'll read it so that if there is any pronunciation change, we can always work on that. And quick grammar errors can be found. And good things are always appreciated. Bravo. So, mon souvenir d'enfance, she writes, l'enfance ne dure jamais, mais tout le monde mérite d'en avoir une. Beautiful line. If you are not clear with any of the meanings, please do ask me, everyone. Si vous ne comprenez pas quelque chose, vous allez me le demander. D'accord? Quand j'étais enfant, je passais tous mes étés chez mes grands-parents maternels dans ma ville natale. Le soleil brillait toujours plus fort là-bas. Cet endroit était entouré par la mer, alors c'était très humide. Mais je m'amusais beaucoup avec mes cousins et cousines. Toutes les journées, nous jouions à différents jeux. Nous nous sommes bien amusés. Okay. I think Surashi here you would go for plus que parfait,
Ok, monsieur.
right? Because when you talk about your childhood, you are traveling way back in your past. So nous nous étions bien amusés.
Ok.
But why do you want to say that? Why not Surashi? Nous nous amusions beaucoup. We used to enjoy a lot. Why not that?
Yes, that was.
I mean, that would make more.
Yeah, more.
Yeah, that would be more appropriate because it would show this used to happen and that, and we used to enjoy a lot, right? That way. Okay. Then ça va, vous l'avez trouvé, Komal, c'est bon? Vous l'avez trouvé, Champa, le texte envoyé par Surashri? Everyone found it? You have to give a thumbs up if you have found it, so that I get to see that you have found it. Ça va? Arti, Champa?
Monsieur.
Bonsoir, Reshma, comment ça va?
Bonsoir tout le monde. Ça va, monsieur?
Ça va?
Merci. Et vous?
Je vais bien aussi, merci. Alors, nous sommes en train de lire le travail envoyé par Surashri. I hope you understand that sentence, everyone. We are right now reading the text sent by Surashri. D'accord? So, c'est bon. Reshma, tu as trouvé le texte envoyé par Surashri?
Oui, oui, monsieur.
Because you have to save other people's name as well in the group so that you know who is sending what and who is who. So that's very important that you start doing that as well now. Okay, so we are in the center of the first page of Surashri. It reads, toutes les journées, nous jouions à différents jeux. So we change that line. Nous nous amusions beaucoup. En général, je me suis réveillé. No, I think you have mixed the two up. Surashri, you have mixed the two up. आपको बोलना है या तो je me réveillais.
Okay.
Je me réveillais. Because it is imparfait and not then suis will go away.
Oui.
You got it? You mix the two up. You sort of passé composé on that. So, je me réveillais. I used to get up tard. Ma grand-mère préparait nos plats préférés. Ils avaient un style de salle à manger très authentique. What is this ill? I don't understand, Surashi. Qu'est-ce que c'est ill?
In earlier,
Oui.
no, they had, they
Who-
used to have.
Yeah, but who is this they? Who is this they?
My grandparents.
Got it now. Now, what happens is, qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? J'ai perdu le fil du texte. J'ai pe- Yeah, so you have to, because you talked about your grandparents at the beginning part, and then we lost the track about them, and we were talking about your activities and the food items. So, you should say, chez mes grands-parents, ils avaient. Then we are back in the context. You understand? Otherwise, I would wonder what this il is. Who is this? Is this the dishes you're talking about, or about whom? So you have to say, chez mes grands-parents, ils avaient, bla bla bla. Je vois Khushbu. Bonsoir Khushbu, comment ça va?
Bonsoir, monsieur. J'avais bien. Et
Oui,
vous?
je vais bien aussi. Merci. Ta santé, ça va? C'est mieux maintenant? Oui? D'accord.
Oui.
Très bien. Okay, on va continuer. So we are reading Surashri's text. Everyone has understood it now. So for you, Khushbu, it is the first sheet sent by Surashri. We are somewhere at the bottom of the sheet. It reads, tu as trouvé, Khushbu, le texte envoyé par Surashri? Oui? Okay. So have people's names saved so that you know who is who and who has sent what. So that's very important. So it reads somewhere at the sixth last line, Khushbu, it reads, ils avaient, so chez mes grands-parents, ils avaient un style de salle à manger très authentique avec de petits tabourets. So that's a beautiful word, tabouret, right? The stools and the tapis, and they had carpets. Ma grand-mère avait l'habitude en laiton qui repousse la saveur. Is that word? Ah, okay, to increase the taste of dishes.
Yeah.
Okay, she would cook the food in brass utensils. Is that so?
Yes.
Okay, ठीक है. That makes sense. And then we go to the next page. Je passais les bien temps. You want to say I used to spend good time, Surashri?
Good time.
So,
Yes, quality time.
yeah, so you would not say bien, bon, B-O-N, bon.
Okay.
And not les. Je passais bon temps. Je passais bon temps, B-O-N, bon, or B-E-A-U, beau, वो भी हो सकता है, beautiful time, right? Avec mes amis et mes cousins, nous traversions les bois, cueillions des fruits, cherchions des bâtons et souvent je finissais par grimper dans les arbres pour observer les alentours, the surroundings, les alentours.
Surroundings.
I think आपने spelling में A-T लिखा है, it should be A-L, alentour.
Okay.
It is, right, it is alentour, the surroundings, alentour. And then, tout semblait immense à cette époque. Oui, c'est vrai. Oh, that's very true. When we were kids, everything seemed to be so big. And when we are grown up, everything seems to be so normal. That's absolutely true. So, tout semblait immense à cette époque. Le temps passait lentement. C'est vrai. Et chaque instant me paraissait magique. Très bien. L'après-midi, mes cousins et moi nous retrouvions au bord de la rivière. So you would say, Surashi, nous retrouvions. Nous retrouvions. It's a reflexive verb, right? We used to catch up with each other.
Mes cousins et moi,
Nous retrouvions. Because that will be se retrouver is to meet each other, find each other that way. Au bord की spelling English वाली नहीं है, B-O-R-D is what you have to write, not B-O-A-R-D, bord, B-O-R-D. Au bord de la rivière, nous pêchions des petits poissons. You can skip they and you can write the, because whenever there is a plural adjective before a plural noun, even before that, Surashri, we put DE and not DES, right? So, nous pêchions de petits poissons que nous relâchions ensuite, ou bien nous baignions dans l'eau fraîche, riant aux éclats. So, we would burst into laughter. Très bien. It's very magical what you have written. We are actually transported in that era with you. Le soir, nous ressemblions. Do you want to say rassemblions or ressembler? Ressembler is to resemble.
Yeah, le soir.
Rassemblions. So you would say rassembler. The verb is Surashi, se rassembler, R-A, and not R-E, rassembler.
Okay.
Right? So nous nous rassemblions autour du feu de camp, écoutant les histoires de mon grand-père qui nous captivaient avec ses récits du passé. Ok, qui nous captivait. So, qui nous captivait. So, this key is for the stories of your grandfather
Yes.
or the grandfather.
No, story of the grandmother.
So, the reason. Yeah, so in that case, everyone please pay attention that the word captive will be plural because stories are plural. So, captive will be Captivaient. That's why I asked you if it is your grandfather or the stories. If it were grandfather, you would keep it that way. But since it is stories, it is going to be plural. D'accord? Voilà, avec ces récits du passé. But here there's a disconnect, Surashri, when you say le soir, nous nous rassemblions autour du feu de camp, écoutant des histoires de mon grand-père qui nous captivaient, in plural, avec ces récits du passé. Who is this say now? SES. Grandfather? Is it? Say is grandfather? So there is a disconnect, you know. Yeah. No, that is correct. Plural is correct. Yeah.
No, say it is the story again. Say receive due passage.
No, but then récit is again a story, and story, you know, it's like a, yeah, it's very complex.
So, avec les récits.
So you would say, écoutons les histoires de mon grand-père qui nous captivaient avec leurs thèmes intéressants, with their interesting themes, isn't it? That's what you want to say. Avec leurs thèmes intéressants du passé. Avec leur thème. Il y a c'est qui jagah leur hoga. Avec leur thème. And you would not repeat the word récit because récit and histoire is plus ou moins pareil. It's more or less same. So avec leur thème intéressant du passé. Ça va? Everyone is understanding. Shampa, c'est bon? Aarti, Sapna? Because we have to pick up from other people's work as well. Ça va?
Yes.
Ok.
Ici,
Très bien.
ici, j'ai un doute.
Oui, Aarti.
Pourquoi love receipt when we're talking about grandfathers? So is third person singular?
Yeah, that's true. But what I'm trying to say is that grandfather's presence in this sentence is not making a lot of clarity. So we just talked about grandfather for the fact that the stories were of grandfather, and then those stories had an interesting theme.
Okay, so we are talking about the theme of the stories.
Absolutely, with
We are
their.
referring to stories.
Yes, yeah, lur is for the stories because grandfather's say is getting a disconnect in the sentence. That's why, to make it more
Right.
clear. That's why.
Right.
Avec leur, voilà, pas de souci, avec leur thème intéressant du passé, ces moments simples, simple will have an extra S, Surashri. C'est rire avec ces, what is that, CEC?
No. CES.
Yeah, c'est petit. So petit will have an extra S and bonheur doesn't have an extra E. Bonheur is BONHEURS, bonheur.
Okay.
Right? Bonheur du quotidien reste gravé dans ma mémoire. Very good. Aujourd'hui encore, quand je ferme les yeux, il y a mes yeux, dono काम कर जाएंगे, les yeux, mes yeux, je peux presque sentir l'odeur. L'odeur. Is that an A that you have written? It should be O.
Yeah.
Odeur. L'odeur des champs et entendre. What does that mean? Entendre le lire. You can listen the voice. You want to say?
It's still ringing in the air. The voice.
Yeah, the voice. So you can still hear their voice, isn't it? So you'll have to say, Surashi, et entendre mes cousins parler. Entendre mes cousins parler.
PARLAIENT.
No, the whole verb. I'll tell you the rule behind that thing quickly. So first write it down, Surashi. Et entendre mes cousins parler. PARLE are the complete infinitive form. You don't have to conjugate it. Because your main sentence, Surashi, starts from there. Je peux Entendre mes cousins parler. That is the main sentence. I can still hear my cousins talk. Dans l'air, in the air. Right? And then you can just quick. Oui.
I need to strike off.
Yeah, you need to strike it off because otherwise it would not get you the same meaning. Wherein you can write in the end, et c'est très nostalgique. C'est très nostalgique. You can, because otherwise it will be very abrupt to end over there. Just dash in one more line saying, et c'est très nostalgique pour moi. Voilà, something of this sort. Très bien. Bravo Surashi, super bien écrit. Et vous voyez, avant, il y a 200 ans, 300 ans, il n'y avait pas de, enfin, les appareils photo. Et comment est-ce que les gens donnaient l'envie aux lecteurs de voyager à travers leurs mots, à travers leurs descriptions? So it was indeed that way. We had no photographs, photos in the books. So the description made us travel everywhere. So I think you people have written it very beautifully. We are traveling with you in your childhood. So, très bien, bravo. And the good part is that all of you have ensured to have written more than 160 words, which is a good thing because vous allez tailler, you are going to shape it up later on and you'll just keep the important part. Bravo. Okay, super. On va continuer. Then there is Arti's work. We'll quickly read it once. So she talks about mon enfance. L'enfance est la meilleure période de la vie. Oui, c'est vrai. D'un individuel. I would suggest over here, Arti, not individual, but individu. Individu, because individuel is an adjective and individu is a noun. So you would go for a noun, right? Individu. C'est non seulement inoubliable, mais aussi c'est toujours nostalgique. Mais c'est toujours nostalgique aussi. ये भी चलेगा, that's also correct. Mais c'est toujours nostalgique aussi. That's okay, correct, right? Mon enfance est nostalgique aussi. I think we will avoid repetition. Please ensure that you put in variety of words. So what you could have done, Aarti and everyone else, when you are bound to use the same word, go on Google, write quels sont les synonymes de nostalgie. You will get a list of them. Write them in your notebook because at B1 level, start working on these variety of words. At B2, we want variety. At B1, we can still bear this repetition. At B2, I mean, personally, I don't push people to repeat words. So ensure that you change. And so closely, Aarti, you see, abhi upar padha nostalgic, immediately we read it again. So that gives the reader something that, oh, it is repeating itself. So it's not, there's no variety. So please ensure these are certain very important points. And we evaluate you on that because if you remember the grille d'évaluation for niveau B1, it reads the stretch of vocabulary that you have. So there, one gets marks or one loses marks. Mon enfance, voilà. Mon enfance l'est aussi. You can also say, and my childhood is also the same. So in that case, you would say, Aarti, in the same line, you would not drop down to a new paragraph. You would write in that same line, you would say, et mon enfance l'est aussi. Mon enfance l'est aussi. L apostrophe ES, which means, and my childhood is also that. What? Nostalgique. Ça va, Aarti? C'est clair? Oui? Oui, d'accord. Ok. Je vais raconter un des incidents intéressants. Quand j'étais très jeune, j'allais à mon école à pied car l'école était près de chez moi. Very good. Près qui spelling में Aarti, accent grave. Right? Près. Every spelling has to be nicely done. If you told me I did not know, I would appreciate it. But if you told me I knew it and still you made a mistake, that would be troublesome. Please. So ensure, I'm sure everyone knows près and this and that. So please be very careful. Why am I asking you people to be very careful? So that you do not commit these mistakes casually. You'll have to be very sure of writing each and every word. You don't miss out or lose marks over there. Because as an examiner, I will encircle, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the moment I find 5 mistakes, 1 mark goes off. Another 5, 2 marks go off, right? That way. Ça va? C'est clair? Pour tout le monde. It's for everyone. All right. I don't see anyone. I feel a little disconnected. Yeah, please. Allez-y, mettez, activez vos caméras, s'il vous plaît. Surashri, Sapna, Reshma, Kushbu. Mais, voilà, sinon, non, c'est compris. Qu'est-ce qui est compris? d'allumer la caméra. C'est compris, n'est-ce pas? Il faut allumer la caméra.
No.
Sinon, pour moi, c'est comme je parle au mur. I'm talking to the wall. Or, especially avec des lettres S, R. Voilà, et donc c'est important. Voilà, je vois que je veux pour la première fois. Voilà. OK.
Nastya, how to say we have to about the spelling?
We have to.
Careful about the spellings.
Alors, il
Nous
faut.
devons-
Voilà, nous devons faire attention à l'orthographe des mots. Voilà. Right? So you would not go word to word. We have to be careful. So you have to pay attention to the spelling construction. So nous devons faire attention à l'orthographe des mots. Or, nous devons les écrire soigneusement. Nous devons les écrire soigneusement. What does that mean?
Nous devons les écrire. We have to write.
Nous devons les écrire soigneusement. What is soigneusement?
Carefully.
Very good. Carefully, soigneusement. Soigneusement. Carefully, right? That's an adverb. Nous devons les écrire soigneusement. हमें उनको बहुत ध्यान से लिखना चाहिए. C'est ça. Carefully. There are many ways to say it. So one more suggestion. Like B1 is a phase wherein you'll get a lot of suggestions and you'll be like bombarded with them and you'll be like, what are we doing? What is going on? Please stop translating from English 1 and go in your local languages. Go in your local languages or Hindi and you would find a lot of options to say those things in a different way. That would help you. Ça va vous aider à bien formuler, à reformuler ce que vous voulez dire. Vous voyez? C'est vraiment...
C'est carefully en anglais, monsieur?
Absolument. C'est carefully en anglais. Tout à fait. Soigneusement. Très bien. Okay, so we'll quickly go back to Arti's sentence, and that's called. How do you say that in French? Let's go back to Arti's work.
On y va.
Okay. There is an expression. Revenons à nos moutons. Revenons à nos. Revenons à nos moutons. M-O-U-T-O-N-S.
Going back.
Let's go back to our sheep. Yeah.
Yes, we can sheep.
Yeah, but you don't ask me the story behind it. I don't know the story. It is an expression when you actually move a lot ahead in a direction where you didn't want to. Maybe you wanted, but then you have to go back to the main topic. You would always say, revenons à nos moutons. Right? Revenons à nos moutons.
Following, it's like a bunch of sheep, they're following somebody, something like that.
I don't know. So,
Praise literally means that, but I think it means that coming back to the
sheep. Let's come back to the sheep.
Following someone
to the original.
Ça, je sais pas. Ça, je sais pas. Ça, je sais pas. C'est pour vous de trouver et de me le dire dans le groupe. Vous allez trouver ça et vous allez répondre dans le groupe WhatsApp, d'accord? C'est un petit travail. If you have to find the origin of these kind of... Oui? Pardon? Non, 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 c'est pour tout le monde. Non, non, pas pour toi. Champa, c'est pour tout le monde. C'est pour tout le monde, tout le monde, tout le monde. Pas pour toi. Homework is for everyone, right? So we'll be very quick. We'll quickly go back to Revenons à nos moutons. Let's come back to the topic. So it's Arti's text. So she writes in the second paragraph somewhere. Je vais raconter un des incidents intéressants. Quand j'étais très jeune, j'allais à mon école à pied car l'école était était près de chez moi. En route, j'admirais la nature comme les parcs, les jardins, les arbres et les fleurs devant les maisons, les oiseaux, etc. en rentrant chez moi. Okay. Then she writes, yeah, that's better. Thank you. Un jour, moi avec ma sœur. So one thing is very important. Moi is never given priority. Everyone, moi comes in the end. Ma sœur et moi. D'accord, Khushbu? Moi, ça se met à la fin. Moi is always least in priority. So ma sœur et moi, nous sommes retournés 1 heure en retard. Ok, nous sommes retournés. Since it is a very old thing in past tense, Arti, again the same suggestion to you. आपको plus parfait use करना, right? Nous étions retournés, nous étions rentrés 1 heure en retard à la maison parce que nous faisions ramasser will not make sense. you have to directly use the verb ramasser. We were collecting. Nous ramassions, right? Nous ramassions les belles fleurs et nous étions en compétition. ठीक है? Pour collecter le maximum de fleurs. Très bien. Quand nous sommes retournés, again, quand nous étions retournés, जब हम, लौट के आई थी, quand nous étions retournés, Mama scolded us, had scolded us. Maman nous avait, A-V-A-I-T. Maman nous avait grondé. Maman nous avait, A-V-A-I-T, grondé. G-R-O-N-D-E, accent, extra E, extra S.
Oh,
Because nous is both the girls, that's why.
yes.
Right? En grondant, डांटते हुए, en grondant, elle m'avait dit, elle m'avait dit, क्या कहा था मम्मी ने? Now what you have written in the entre parenthèses, everyone please pay attention because Sapna, this is what we are going to do in today's class. C plus imparfait plus conditionnel présent. So let's look at Arti's sentence and let's work on that. So Mama said, let's go back to past where mother is directly saying to Arti. She said, Arti, if you repeated it, I would, is it hang you? I would hang you on the fan. Yeah. So she says, if you repeated it, what did she say in that time? Just imagine everyone go back to time. So she must have said face to face to Arti, Arti, if you repeated it, I would hang you on the fan. That's what she said. And how do you make that sentence, Arti? C plus imparfait plus conditionnel présent. So everyone, please try that sentence. Khushbu, Reshma, try that sentence. Mother says to the child, if you repeated this again, I would hang you on the fan. How do you do that, Surashri, if you were to use if C plus imparfait plus...
Si tu répétais même chose,
Voilà.
I would hang. So what is hang?
Hang, the verb is pondre, P-E-N-D-R-E, pondre.
Okay, so je pondrai.
Okay.
Tu pondrai.
Je te.
Je te pondrai
Hmm.
sur la ventilateur.
Oui, voilà. D'accord. Okay. So I think initially the répéter was not correct. If I heard it well, perhaps. So you have to say, si tu répétais imparfait. I think आपने सुराशी बोला répéterai perhaps.
Répéter.
No, you don't have to say hey. Répéter. Imparfait, right? Sapna, imparfait, ça va? Oui? Okay. Aarti, Shampa, Reshma, Komal, Khushbu, you want to say something?
Est-ce que vous avez fait autrefois instead of répéter?
Ah, okay. Okay, so in that case, the mother would say, not vous avez, the verb in that case, Khushbu, is going to be faire. If you did once more, Aarti, I would hang you on the fan. If you did once more, so the verb will be, Khushbu, faire. So how do you say faire in imparfait, Khushbu, with you? Si tu? Imparfait. Faisais. F-A-I-S-A-I-S. Encore une fois. Encore une fois. Once again. If you did once more, I would hang you. So what Surashri said was correct. Je te pendrai. P-E-N-D-R-A-I-S. Je te pendrai. Right? And then au ventilateur.
Please repeat the spelling.
Voilà, I'll write it down. I'll write it down over here. Ok, ça va être comme ça. Si tu répétais, or si tu faisais encore, comma, je te pendre. The verb is pendre, right? And what do? Shampa, we drop the E and we put the endings, right? You remember it, I'm sure of that.
Yeah.
Je te pendrai au ventilateur. That is an R in the end. Voilà. Je te pendrai au ventilateur. I would hang you on the fan. Ça va? ठीक है, c'est bon? Arti, Khushbu? Oui? Sapna, c'est clair pour toi? Oui? Okay, because this is what we are going to do today. So if you have already understood it, so half of the path has been traveled by us, because this is what we would do. It is an imaginary condition. If you did it, I would hang you. So better don't do it. Something of this sort, right? Okay. Then what does Aarti say to her mum at that point of time? She says, mais j'avais immédiatement répondu. J'avais. Again, j'avais, right? Because when you say Aarti, passé composé, we are very close to present era. But it is a way back era, right? That's why. So, j'avais immédiatement répondu, pas ici, maman. Pas ici. C'est la sienne. La sienne, you want to say that this ventilator is hers.
Yes.
Okay.
We had 2 rooms. And,
Yeah.
we were told.
Yeah.
You will do any mistake, we'll be hanged here.
Yeah.
And the other one will be hanged another room.
Okay. So you wanted to change the fan where you wanted to be,
Yes.
to be hung.
The one which was mine was beautifully decorated with a very
So-
colored, very beautiful color.
Yeah. So you wanted your punishment over there. You wanted to
We
be
used to fight. Yeah, we used to fight. No, this one is mine. This one is mine.
okay. So in that,
Very small.
yeah, no. So I just wanted to clarify with you, Aarti, the last CN. What is that feminine thing? Are you talking about the room, or are you talking about the ventilator?
No, ventilator.
So everyone,
Should be less.
yeah, everyone, please pay attention. It's going to be le sien. But again, on top of that, I have to really make an effort, Aarti, to understand what is this thing, because we got a break. Ventilator, right? So you have to help people. How? Pas ici, maman. Pas ici. C'est le sien. So we don't get to know what is this le sien. I mean, we have no idea about ventilator, because it might be the room, but room is feminine. So we get confused. So you'll have to clarify it. Pas ici, maman. Pas ici, maman. C'est le ventilateur de whatever sister's name is, or c'est le ventilateur de ma soeur, and then comma and le mien. Then,
Okay.
because
L'autre et le mien.
voilà, l'autre. Once you have talked about that object, then you have an ease of repeating it in a what do you call these? Le mien, le mien. Prono. Possessive. What do you call them?
Yes, pronoun possessive.
Okay, possessive pronouns. Okay, possessive pronoun. Absolutely, you're right. So you have to say it once. Ventilateur, someone's ventilateur. For example, how do you say, Aarti?
Now we
C'est,
will use
yeah, c'est ma maison et c'est la tienne. C'est sa voiture et c'est la sienne. So you have to say it immediately somewhere nearby, and then you have to do the other one. Okay, then we quickly move ahead. She says, pas ici, maman, pas ici, c'est le ventilateur de ma soeur, mais le mien est dans l'autre chambre. Parce qu'une belle boule était pendre. Here is the problem. You wanted to say used to hang or was hanging, isn't it?
Yes.
So the simple rule is, Aarti, that you do not use was as a separate word. You understand it very well. In imparfait, the ending shows it. So pondait, used to hang, right, Shampa? Pendait.
T-A-I-T.
Right? Ça va, Reshma, Sapna, c'est clair? Pendait par-dessous de l'autre ventilateur qui j'aimerais beaucoup, non? Que j'aimais beaucoup. Que, Q-U-E, que के बाद नया person आता है, que j'aimais beaucoup. Qui is followed by a verb. Got it? Que j'aimais.
Not actually. I didn't understand.
Yeah, I'll write it down. So I'm right. Yeah.
Subject.
Yeah. Que j'aimais beaucoup. That I used to like a lot.
Now this one, the Bombay.
Pendait. Okay, I'll write that one for you. Parce qu'une belle boule pendait. Parce qu'une belle boule, P-E-N-D-A-I-T, pendait. Used to hang. Boule. Yeah, what can that be, Aarti? Belle boule?
A ball.
A ball, a round thing, a decorate, an artifact, something of this sort.
A colored ball. With
Yeah.
a ball which was covered with beautiful colored stars.
Yeah, but she hasn't spoken about it. Aarti has just given us a ball That's it. So she has her memory, so that's okay. You don't have to go into details. Yeah. Ponde. But believe me, in olden times when writers used to write, they used to, take us along by talking a lot on this ball. A beautiful red ball studded with golden stars, and you would travel along with this person. That's how they used to paint characters. If there was Madame Dassin, so they would talk about her hat, her silhouette, her dress, and you would be like, you would imagine her in front of you. So that's the beauty of narration. Voilà. Oui, c'est vrai. Ça va? Arti, Champa, c'est clair? Que j'aimais beaucoup. That I used to like a lot. Okay, we'll quickly move ahead. C'était très drôle qu'elle a oublié. Oh, she forgot that she was angry. Okay, c'était très drôle parce que elle avait oublié qu'elle était en colère. Elle avait oublié qu'elle était en colère, that she was angry. Et elle,
Fash is wrong.
elle était, no, elle était fâchée. Être fâché is what we write, not en fâche.
Fash is something like, I think, narazuna,
हाँ, गुस्सा होना.
not angry,
Yeah, to be upset.
to be upset.
Yeah, colère. Être en colère. So colère is गुस्सा, मतलब गुस्सा होना. Être en colère.
Right.
And être fâché is like, नाराज होना. Or you can use them interchangeably. That's not too much of a problem. Okay, so elle avait oublié qu'elle était en colère. Elle était fâchée. Et elle avait commencé à rire. And she started to laugh. Et m'avait... Pardon?
Should it be Elma or embrassing?
Non, elle m'avait embrassé et m'avait embrassé. And she hugged me. Elle m'avait embrassé. C'est l'enfance. L'apostrophe arti, c'est l'enfance. Innocente, voilà, innocente, absolument, innocente. Tout à fait. Oh, you have got very beautiful memories, all of you. So that's interesting. I mean, we have done a time travel. Let's come back to the present era now. A lot of childhood things are done. Et maintenant, on va travailler sérieusement. Bien sûr, c'était aussi un travail sérieux. Alors, ça va? Vous avez des questions à me poser? Reshma, Sapna, Arti, Surashri, Komal, Khushbu, Champa, c'est clair? Ça va? On peut continuer? D'accord. Alors, aujourd'hui, nous allons continuer et nous allons travailler sur cette partie-là. So, I remember that we have done passé composé. We were working on something called C plus imparfait plus conditional présent. So just let me quickly go on to that page. Was the can concept clear to all of you? Can concept was clear to all of you? Pouvez? Okay, I'll just quickly ask you. When I was a kid, I could swim. When I was a kid, I could swim. Quickly get me that sentence. Raise your hand, whoever can say that. When I was a kid or when I was small, I could swim. Okay, Surashri would want to help us. Yeah, Surashri.
Quand j'étais enfant,
Hmm.
je nageais.
Oh là là, attendez. I'll rewrite it. Yeah, so Surashri, we are saying quand j'étais petite, we can take. What could you do? Je.
Je nageais.
I don't get that sound clearly from you. Je nagerai. That's what you want to say? Je nagerai. Is that so?
Je nageais. Oui.
Just check the spelling. Is this what you want to say? Je nagerai.
Oui, oui.
Okay. We'll put on hold. Let's check with others. Komal, you want to say something?
Quand j'étais petite, je pouvais nager.
Je pouvais, je pouvais, P-O-U-V-A-I-S. I'm sure you want to say this one. Nagerai.
Oui.
What is the spelling of nagerai? Komal?
A-I-S.
A-I-S. Okay. Any? Yeah, very interesting. Komal, any? No, Sava? Okay, anyone else quickly? Anyone else quickly? We haven't got the right answer yet. Quickly, anyone else? Surashri and Komal can even rework on their answers. Quickly, girls.
Would it be je pourrais? Sorry, someone was speaking.
No, it's okay. Yeah, who wants to say? Just raise your hand. I'll ask that. You want to say, Sapna? Were you? Sapna, you want to say? Tu veux dire quelque chose? Sapna? Oui, vas-y, Sapna. फटाफट बताइए, फिर आगे बढ़ते हैं.
Quand j'étais enfant,
Oui.
je pouvais nager.
Je pouvais. Say it clearly. Nager. You want to say nager?
Nager.
Nager. Spelling बताइए.
N-A-G-E-R. N-A-G-E-R.
Nagging with the forms.
So, Khushbu.
Je pouvais nager.
Okay. So, how many of you are up with number one? How many of you say number one is correct?
Je suis d'accord avec ça.
Ah, tu es d'accord avec Sapna. Ok, très bien. Okay. So, Reshma. Numéro 1. Okay. So, the right answer is numéro 3. Bravo, Sapna. Okay. Okay. So, I'll explain you. Now, what happens when Surashri says je nagerai, it translates in English as I would swim. And which form is that, Surashri? This is conditional present, right? And we haven't delved into this formulation. It is not C plus imparfait plus conditional present. This is not what we are doing right now. It was a simple sentence. When I was a kid, I could swim. Right? It's not the if clause. Surashri? Got it? It's not the if clause. It's not the if clause. So this in itself means, Komal, everyone, Khushbu, it means I would swim. So it doesn't go in the lines, right, Shampa? This one, it was almost correct, but what Komal did a mistake. I don't know why did she put this when it was already here. So when one verb is conjugated, Komal, you do not do anything for the next one. So nager should have been your right answer. So I think we have progressed, and Sapna got as the right answer. Je pouvais nager. What does that mean, je pouvais nager? I could swim. Right, Shampa? That makes sense?
Yes.
Right? Okay. I could swim, which in Hindi translates, I mean, just to help the Hindi phone people, मैं तैर पाती थी, मैं तैर सकती थी, someone of this sort. You know, I had the ability to swim. I had it, and I could do it as well. Got it, Reshma? Sava? Got it, everyone? Yeah. Why am I working a lot on could? Because it is going to bother you a lot afterwards. So I don't want you guys to be bothered with this anymore. Could has to be finished here, and we'll jump on to C plus imparfait plus conditional présent. Yeah.
Could can be used in like present and can be used in past also.
Yeah. So this was past. This was past. Let's quickly redo it once, Shampa, for everyone. One, past.
I was not there in the last, last portion. I was not there.
Okay, not a problem.
I have to leave early.
I got it. Not a problem. We'll do it. Don't worry. So is this point clear to you, Shampa? This point?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you were to narrate your childhood, Shampa, and everyone, quand j'étais petit, je pouvais, the way I think it was written by Surashri, je pouvais grimper dans les arbres. I could climb trees. Je pouvais. मैं पेड़ों पे चढ़ सकता था, मैं पेड़ों पे चढ़ पाता था, मैं पेड़ों पे चढ़ सकती थी. You know, that way. I was able to do it, and I could do it, and I used to do it that way. Right, Komal, Saba? Now, if you remember, I asked this question, I think to Sapna or someone else. Sapna, okay, the question was, Sapna, could you do your homework? How can I ask this question? Quickly tell me, who can raise hand and say, Sapna, could you do your homework? Because I know maybe yesterday you were busy, Sapna, so could you do your homework? So how I ask this question? To anyone, not Sapna, but in general, could you do your homework? How do you ask this question? Could you do your homework? Shampa wants to try. Yeah, Shampa, get us the answer.
इसका pouvez-vous?
Why pouvez?
Okay. Est-ce que vous avez pu?
Absolument. Est-ce que, Sapna, tu as pu, vous avez pu finir votre travail, finir ton travail? Got it? Yeah. So, est-ce que tu as pu finir ton travail? Right? It is not something, Khushbu, that lasted for a long time as a childhood repetitive action. Not at all. It was just once. Could you do it? I could do it, so passé composé. I couldn't do it, so passé composé again. Sava, Shampa, what if someone were to respond, Aarti, for this? I could do it. Sir, मैं कर पाई, मैं कर सकी. Aarti, how would you respond to that question?
Oui, j'ai pu finir ça.
J'ai pu finir ça. That's correct. J'ai pu. थोड़ा सा इस पे आप ध्यान दीजिएगा. Pu, right? Pronunciation is pu. And finir. But हम सा लगाने की बजाय, instead of putting sa, which is not very soothing to the ears, we will use what? We are going to use Reshma, complément d'objet direct. Reshma, help us with that. How do you say that? Yes. Let Reshma try.
Le,
Yeah,
le,
L-E, le, but where do you place it, Reshma?
j'ai pu le finir.
Voila, j'ai pu le finir. Remember, Sapna, everyone, Khushbu, Komal, clear hai? This we have done. So remember it. J'ai pu le finir, monsieur. I could do it. मैं वो कर पाई, मैं वो कर सकी. If you're Hindi phone, you understand it well. I could do it. So the le is going to be placed. The golden rule, what did it say? The verb which has an object behind it will have the complement just before it. Only in the case of passé composé and when there is just one verb, like I did, j'ai fait le travail. Only in that case your travail is going to come over here. In passé composé, that too with a single verb, not with a auxiliary verb or a helping verb. Agar single verb hai, then this le comes over here. Sava, Komal, Khushbu, Reshma, c'est clair, Sapna, Shampa, Aarti, oui?
Give
Yeah.
an example with the single word.
This one, j'ai fait le travail. Oh, you want to say not in past tense?
Yeah, not in past.
In present tense.
What is in a single
See,
word?
okay, single. Je fais. I am asking you, are you doing your homework? You are doing your work? Tu fais ton travail? Oui. Who can get me the answer?
Je le fais.
Voilà. Absolutely. Je le fais. Je le fais. So, again, Shampa, the golden rule says the verb which has an object behind it will have the complement just before it. This way. That's the golden rule. Stick to it. Only.
As for the passive composite also, if the auxiliary, so there is the word.
Yeah. In passive. Yeah, exactly. If the passive composer had just one verb in the third form, that is the only verb, there is no other verb after this third form, then the complement will come before the auxiliary AI. But in the previous case, Komal, we saw that the pu was the third form. It did get followed by finir, and then we had the object. So le came just before finir. Does that make sense? Sapna, Reshma, Khushbu, Sava? Right? Ça va, tout le monde? C'est bon? Now see, everything that you're learning, it is not just to store here. You have to show it in your writing section and speaking section, not only during the entirety of this batch, but also at the exam. Nobody is going to ask you, please tell me something about complément d'objet direct. How are you going to use it in passé composé? No one would ask you. You have to show it. Et ce jour, j'ai pu les finir. I could finish them. Or j'ai pu les manger. I could eat them. You have to show it to them. So, for example, Aarti would be talking about her childhood in B1 Présentez-vous. She would do a time travel and then she would say, quand j'étais petite, je mangeais beaucoup de choses. Mais hier, but yesterday, let's take yesterday, j'ai pu les manger. She's talking about some, I don't know, some sweets. J'ai pu les manger. So when you say j'ai pu les manger, you give a message to the other person. I know how to say I could eat them. So this comfort has to come to you in a way that should be natural. So please work on these things. No one is going to ask you explicitly. That's the beauty of this exam. But the beauty is at the same time that you have to dash in things from your side in an explicit way at this point of time, and with the passage of time when you would reach to the month of December, you would be comfortable and natural with these kind of construction. C'est bon? C'est clair? D'accord. Alors, so that's how you would do. A quick answer for this one. If the question were, est-ce que tu as pu finir ton travail, Sapna, you'll have to help me with this one. How do you say, no, I could not do it? No, I could not do it. मैं नहीं कर पाई वो. How do you say that? This is a positive. सपना आपको negative बनाना है.
Your name, Pap, you love it.
Bra-
You feeling.
वाला.
Love feeling was there.
Yeah, yeah.
It is also there.
Yes, yes.
Then you love feeling.
ठीक है. So that's correct. I'll write it down. Je n'ai
हाँ.
pas. Perfect. Je n'ai pas pu le finir. Je n'ai pas pu le finir. I couldn't finish it. मैं उसे पूरा नहीं कर पाई. Got it? Everyone, ça va? C'est clair? Okay, très bien. Now comes one more could that is still bothering us. That could is, oh, we are not able to move ahead, but we have to first kill this pouvoir thing so that we are comfortable with it. Now, the third situation is when you are using it in a polite form, which I'm sure you all know it very clearly. It means that, let me see if it's over here. Okay, so present tense, you know it's very simple one. Few, you have seen it. Pouvoir in imparfait, you have seen this as well. Let's see if I have something for you in, yeah, here comes the pourrait thing. The pourrait thing is conditional. Just to quickly help you with this sentence once. I hope you understand this one now. Ça va? Quand j'étais jeune, je pouvais courir pendant des heures. Aarti, what does that mean?
This means when I was small,
Yeah.
I could run.
Yeah, I could run.
Pendant 4 hours.
Yeah, 4 hours. Yeah, English में you would say 4 hours, not during hours, right? 4 hours. That's correct.
Yes.
So this is could, right, Komal? This is could. It means past में you were able to do it. Got it? So you have to understand this thing. Now, coming on to, I'll be sending this PDF to you if at all you miss out writing something, so don't worry. Moving ahead. Now this one is pourrait, pourrions, pourriez, right? This is could. Again, could. Now this could is either as a polite thing, Shampa, or it is C plus imparfait plus conditionnel présent. वहाँ पे काम आएगा. So how do you do that? Just a second, I'll change the color of the pen. So could you please help me? Pourriez-vous m'aider? S'il vous plaît, I'm putting the short one of SVP, s'il vous plaît. You understand this question? Pourriez-vous m'aider, s'il vous plaît? What does that mean, Shampa? Pourriez-vous m'aider, s'il vous plaît?
Could you please help me?
Absolutely. Could you please help me? So now your brain should understand this could is conditional. It has got nothing to do with, j'ai pu. It has got nothing to do with pouvez, P-O-U-V-A-I is the imparfait wala. Not at all. And it is not at all connected with present tense. So this is conditional. Pourriez. Is that okay? It is something that
In English, we have only one word in this. In French, we have three.
absolutely. That's why we have to segregate it. I don't know, you got a chance to watch my video on could. So I understand as English speakers, we get confused. This could, that could, which could.
This tea, the 2-3 days, because I understand so many
I
videos
know.
going on.
Yeah, I understand. So take your time. Don't worry. Just take care of yourself and take your time and you can redo it. Yeah, Sapna, tu veux dire quelque chose?
I was there.
And tu as compris? Tu as compris? C'était clair? Right. Oh là là, un peu.
J'ai besoin de pratiquer beaucoup de.
Okay, I'll just write the sentence for you. J'ai or je? J'ai besoin de or j'ai besoin?
J'ai besoin de pratiquer.
J'ai besoin.
Ah. तो पहले जो j'ai besoin de pratiquer beaucoup de. Okay. So we are not going to be judgmental. We are just going to learn and help each other. So we can pick up any sentence from anyone and we'll work on it. So if someone says j'ai besoin de pratiquer beaucoup de, that means there is something which is not correct. So we'll work on that. So how it has to be done? J'ai besoin de pratiquer. Correct. Then beaucoup de can never be left in hanging state. It can never be left in hanging state. Something is being, is getting missed. Beaucoup de répétition, beaucoup de travail. But j'ai besoin de pratiquer. I need to practice a lot of. Beaucoup de.
Beaucoup de vocabulary.
Yeah, no, I understand, but I was just trying to complete what Sapna said with some more words. So of course we can re-say it in a different way. But if Sapna were to say the same thing, she would say, "J'ai besoin de pratiquer beaucoup de fois." What is that, beaucoup de fois?
Lot of times.
A lot of times, a lot of times. Yeah, many times. So holding on to the same. So what I'm trying to say is that when you start a sentence, don't leave it unfinished. Finish it up. And the same sentence, don't rephrase it. Of course, you can rephrase it, but try completing it and see why is it not working out for you. Tell your brain, okay, I said this wrong, I have to say it this way. So that also helps you at B2 level later on, because you should be sure of what you are saying. Okay. J'ai besoin de pratiquer beaucoup de fois. Bien sûr, Sapna, tout le monde a besoin de pratiquer beaucoup de fois. C'est pas pour toi, c'est pour tout le monde. Okay. Now, before jumping on to C plus imparfait plus conditional présent, I'll have a last quick run through this pure thing. So, if someone were to say, je pourrais, I could, tu pourrais, je pourrais, I could. Okay, qu'est-ce que tu ferais ce soir? Qu'est-ce que tu ferais ce soir? What would you do this evening? That's a question that we ask. I could eat a pizza. I'm not too sure, but I could eat a pizza. I could eat a pizza. I might eat a pizza, right, Komal? So you thought, okay, someone asked you, what would you eat this evening, Komal? It's a weekend. Oh, I'm not too sure of what am I going to eat, but I could eat a pizza. How does someone say, I could eat a pizza?
Je pourrais manger un pizza.
Je?
Je pourrais manger.
Okay, that's better now. Je pourrais manger une pizza. Yeah, that's the right answer. Je pourrais manger. Manger is there, and then une pizza, right? Je pourrais manger une pizza. That's how it is. Because when you say this sentence in isolation, I could eat a pizza, we have no context. It can mean, as a kid, I could eat pizza, but so you have to contextualize. That's very important. So what Surashri says is correct, but please work everyone on your pronunciation, that you do not confuse the other person. Is it pouvait or pourrait? So work on that, everyone, right? So if it were past imperfect, you would say je pouvais. Ye to clean hai, it's a very clean sound. Pouvait, right? And if it is conditional, it is apna pourrait. And if you want to work on your re thing, please work on it. Don't hurt yourself. Do it smoothly, softly, but please ensure for the exam, it should not confuse the examiner. That's something you have to be very careful of. He is not going to ask you third time. Second time he can ask, but then he or she would, put marks off from our list. So that's important that you pay attention to. So you can.
The best part is that they are very good listeners. They ask very silently. They listen very well.
And after that, how do they judge us? We don't know. That's very important.
So they find our mistakes only. I know that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't give them a chance at all. If you're there, so let's make. Of course, we are to be human is to make mistakes. That's the ultimate, truth that we are aware of. But we'll have to minimize it to the best level. Okay. Ça va, c'est clair? Champa, Kushbu, Komal, Reshma, Surashri, Sapna, Arti. On va continuer. Now we'll quickly jump on to something that we have been waiting for a while now. This is C plus imparfait plus conditionnel présent. Right? There's one sentence. If I had time, I could help you. If I had time, I could help you. So what happens is that Shampa goes to her friend and she says, Sunita, est-ce que tu pourrais m'aider? Could you help me? Tu pourrais m'aider? So Sunita says, désolé Shampa, if I had time, I could help you. Which means it's not possible at that point of time. But it is still possible that it is not that had I had time, I could have helped you. It is not that condition, right? It is still possible. It is a hypothetical situation wherein it is still possible, but at that point of time, it seems to be difficult. So that's called C plus imparfait plus conditional présent, wherein it's hypothetical. I'll write it down for you. Hypothetical, imaginary. Imaginary. You know the spelling of imaginary. It might be a little clumsy over there. So, these sentences are always imaginary. If you remember, I told you that you have to dash in these sentences in your spoken part and the written part in your exam of B1. You have to always say, if we worked together, the planet would be a beautiful place. Something of this sort, right? You always have to have these beautiful flowery sentences to impress the other people. They always happen with si plus imparfait plus conditionnel présent, one thing. And you have to learn a lot these kind of sentences to be able to produce them, say them nicely, naturally. So, before jumping on to this sentence, because I think it's still on the pouvoir wala page. So first I'll go to the right page and then I'll come back, because otherwise you will get confused. Let me do it peacefully. Let me do it peacefully because it's yeah, it's over here. It's over here actually. Yeah. So let me first help you with this one, and then we'll go to can wala thing as well. So the rule says si plus imparfait plus conditionnel présent. You know it. I'm sure you know how to make imparfait. I know all of you know how to make conditional présent. The best part, Shampa, about these two is that they both have same endings. AIS, AIS, AIT, IONS, IEZ and AINT, and similarly conditional present has the same ending. Sapna, remember? AIS, AIS, AIT, IONS, IEZ and AINT, right, Khushbu? The difference is, Komal, that with imparfait you take the body from nu, present tense, remove ONS and then put the ending. That makes sense to everyone? I don't have to write it, right? And for conditional present, Surashri, what do? You take the stem from future. Sorry?
Futur simple.
Ah, futur simple. Wait. Futur simple. Oui, c'est ça. Futur simple. Voilà. Futur simple. Alors, so what you are supposed to do? Vous allez prendre, voilà, et donc la partie, la racine, or whatever you call it, that component from futur simple. The way you make futur simple. So it is very simple. What do? I hope you know it. You take the whole verb. You take the whole verb, right, Shampa? But the verbs with finish with an E, you drop the E. And there are 15-20 strange verbs which change their complete body in futur simple and conditional présent. You know them? You know them? Pardon? Pardon? Voilà, les verbes irréguliers. Les verbes irréguliers, right? So they are there. They are there to tell us that life is not a bed of roses. So let's thank them and let's, charge ourselves up that it's not easy. We have to work hard. So Ale, what does Ale become, Komal, in future sample or in conditional? You know it. I would not go into the list. List sabko pata hai. If you want, I can put it in the group later on, right? So you know the list. So the body you have and endings you have AIS, AIS, AIT, IONS, IEZ and AINT. So ek le lete hain. And the only exception for imparfait is être, because it takes the root et and the endings is ete, étion, étiez, été. You know it. So we come up with this sentence: si j'étais riche, je ferais le tour du monde. Who can help me to translate this sentence in English? Just raise your hands. Raise your hands and tell me who can help me to translate this sentence in English. Oh, okay, I see some hands raised. Okay, so we'll ask Khushbu. She has done a real hand raise, but that's not a problem. Anyway, chaliye Khushbu, aap bataiye.
If I were rich, I would do a world tour.
Absolutely. If I were rich, that's. I would do, or I would go for a world tour. I would do a world tour. That's correct. Perfect. Right? That's correct. So it's very simple. You have imparfait, and then with would, you would use the verb in the original form. Right? So I would do. So that's in English, but in French, it is going to be the conditional présent, which you understand very well. And then you have this one is imparfait. Okay, let me ask you some quick questions. Let me see if you can do the translation of those sentences for me in French. So, if you spoke to me, I would help you. Why will not I help you? Come on. You don't talk to me. And then on top of that, you expect me to help you. So my suggestion to you is that if you spoke to me nicely, I would help you. So how do you do that? Come on. If you spoke to me nicely, I would help you. First, better speak to me nicely. So if you spoke to me nicely, I would help you. Once you have got that sentence, quickly tell me how do you translate that. Raise your hands and I would see who has done it. Hola.
Sir, just one question. For
Yeah.
nicely, what we will use here? Which word?
Which word? Guess कीजिए anything? What can be that?
The
The-
kind is until nice, upper, so
Gentiment. Gentiment.
Gentiment.
Gentiment. Gentiment. Gentiment. Or we also have agréablement, pleasantly, agréablement. So always have a variety of words to be used. Gentiment, agréablement. Yeah, I think largely they can work. Chaliye, who can say, yes, is that Aarti's hand raised? Aarti would like to try? Bataiye. If you spoke to me gently, nicely, I would help you.
Si tu me parlais gentiment,
Yeah, what would you do?
je pourrais t'aider.
You want to say je pourrais? If this is the spelling, then you,
Yes.
yeah, then the sound should be Aarti, je pourrais, right? And not pourrai, je pourrais.
Je pourrais.
Yeah. T'aider. You want to say t'aider?
Yes. T'aider.
Okay. The sentence is not incorrect as per the construction, but she changed the format. Aarti changed this format because I said I would help you, and I did not say I could help you. What Aarti says is I could help you, right, Khushbu? That's I could help you. So how would we say I would help you? Let me check with Komal. Komal didn't get a chance to speak for a long time. Yeah, Komal, bataiye.
Si tu me parlais gentiment, j'ai t'aider. पूरे में मार
Pure will not come, theek hai. So what will come? Ede will come, isn't it? Yeah. Je t'aiderai, je t'aiderai, je t'aiderai, je t'aiderai. Ça va? C'est bon, Champa, c'est clair? So I think Aarti did a beautiful thing because I was about to jump onto that, but she has already done it. So that shows if you were to say the could wala thing, I could help you, Aarti, in that case, you would put conditional impact on the verb could, can. This is what you would say. Got it? Sava? C'est clair? Champa, Reshma, Surashri? Okay, so that was it for C plus imparfait plus conditionnel présent. That shows something that is still possible. It's a hypothetical situation. If something happened, the other thing would happen. That's how it is. And that gives us a lot of hope that it's still feasible, it's doable. So you're talking to your friend on phone. You say to this person, see, if you came on time, we would go together to watch a movie. If you came on time, we would go to watch a movie together. But please be on time, because if we get late, then we will not be able to watch the movie. So if you came on time, we would go to watch a movie together. Clear, hai? Reshma, is that okay to you? Right? So one last sentence. If you came on time, we would go to watch a movie together. You want to say something, Surashri?
Sada.
The answer?
Yeah.
Answer for which one? If you came on time, we would go to watch a movie together?
Yes, yes.
Oh, already. If you came on time. Jali, एक बार मुझे English में लिखने दीजिए, then we'll listen to your answer first, Surashri. If you came on time, we would go to watch a movie together. We would go to watch a movie together. Chali, Surashri, please help us with the sentence in French.
Problem. Si tu viendrais not.
Oh la la. Oh la la. Oh la la. No. Okay. See you. यहाँ पे बताइए वापस से सुराश्री. See you.
Si tu venir is beyond your life.
Okay. Venir is viendre in future simple and conditional present, but not in imparfait. Isn't it imparfait?
Okay, si tu venais. No.
Si tu-
Yeah. Nous allons.
That's a sweet one. Nous allerions. I liked it, but unfortunately, Ale becomes what? What does Ale become, Surashri? Ir.
Comme irion.
Yeah, that's true.
Donc, nous irions.
Voilà, nous irions.
Au cinéma ensemble.
What about watch?
Ah, nous irions regarder au cinéma ensemble.
Okay, so you're almost there. Si tu venais à l'heure, nous irions regarder un film ensemble. I don't know if I use cinema anywhere, so that's why. But if you have to say cinema, nous irions regarder un film au cinéma ensemble. Then you would put it here. Right? That makes sense? Surashri, ça va? Oui, Surashri, c'est bon?
Oui, mais
Très bien. So that's important that see, that's very normal that ale becomes alerion because our brain was so calculative that it knew that ion aega, there's going to be ion, but the brain was innocent at the same time that it did not understand the fact that ale becomes air. So your brain has to be, made.
When we are explain why we are using all name and I mean,
Sorry, when we are?
when they come together, we have already written off on. So why we are written here off name?
So,
We have already written there.
yeah, so si tu venais à l'heure, nous irions regarder un film au cinéma. We'll go to watch a movie in the movie hall. We are clarifying it. It's not at your place or it's not somewhere else. That's why. Right? Got it? Because each element, Sapna, each element brings more of clarity to what we say, isn't it? I mean, every word has a sense behind it if it is seen that way. If not, then that's why I didn't say this. It's Surashri's point, but then it does make sense if you were to be very clear with your friend. He would ask me otherwise. So I would tell it well in advance. Alors, nous irions regarder un film au cinéma. Pas chez toi, pas chez moi, au cinéma. Got it? Voilà. C'est bon? Vous comprenez, Arti, Champa, ça va, Reshma, Surashri? You want to say something, Khushbu? Ça va, c'est clair? Tu veux dire quelque chose? Non, c'est bon? D'accord. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now tell me, what about that beautiful chanson de Jodassin? Vous avez eu la chance de l'écouter? Vous avez pu l'écouter? Let me write that question to you people. Vous avez pu l'écouter. What does that mean? Vous avez pu l'écouter. Vous avez pu l'écouter. What does that mean? Vous avez pu l'écouter?
Hear it.
What does that mean?
Could you hear me? Could you hear it?
Yeah.
Could you listen to that song? Could you listen to that song?
Yeah. So final answer is going to be, could you listen to it? Is that so, Khushbu?
Could you listen to it?
Yeah. See, with me and in this class and with you people, we'll be very precise. I mean, I would appreciate all the answers, but we'll finally come down to the right answer. Could you listen to it? It means what? The song. One quick thing, everyone, isn't it incorrect the way I've written? Song is feminine, isn't it? Everyone? Isn't it? Song is feminine, you all know it. La chanson. Shouldn't I put an extra E in écouter because it is feminine? Don't you think?
it's a word, no noun.
Sorry, it's a?
It's a word, not a noun.
No, but in a verb we do it, no? No, but in verb only.
No, it's infinitive form.
Infinitive.
Voila. Well, I just wanted to confuse you people a little bit, but I'm sure you're strong people now. You don't get confused so easily. Bravo, c'est clair? Ça va? There's no one who thought.
The way you ask, no, will surely, obviously, I get confused. The way you ask. Okay, I was thinking it be like that way. Then I thought, oh, it's in the way. What is this?
Yeah. So that shows.
Go on, please.
Yeah, moi aussi. Voila. So be confident of what you have learned. No one should be able to shake you or your foundation.
Being when we teach also we do the same thing, but when you become a student,
Yeah.
then I find myself. So,
I know. Yeah. Maybe if one day you taught me, I would be in the same state. Maybe, if one day you taught me something in English, I would be like, yeah, what Champa says makes sense, but you might be confusing me, who knows. Ok, très bien. Alors, vous avez pu l'écouter. Et donc, la belle chanson s'intitule La belle chanson s'intitule Voilà. Et si tu n'existais pas, dis-moi pourquoi j'existerais. Right? I would want to have a translation of this from any of you who knows it and would raise the hand. But before that, I will tell you quickly what does this line mean. La belle chanson s'intitule. This is a beautiful word, s'intitule. You will be using it in your B1 monologue. You'll be using it, right? Whenever there's a title, how do you say it? Le texte s'intitule. Le texte s'intitule. What does that mean, anyone? Le texte s'intitule.
It talks about.
The title of the text is s'intitule. So there's a title word hidden, Shampa. Title word is inside of this one. So s'intitule means its title is blah blah blah. So whenever you have to say, I'm just giving you way ahead right now, but we'll redo it. So if you were to get a text which talks about, let's say, la technologie et les enfants. La technologie, the technology et les enfants, you would say, je vais parler sur le texte qui s'intitule. I'm going to talk on the text which is, je vais parler sur le texte qui s'intitule les Okay, so this is how you have to start your monologue. We will redo it, don't worry at all. It's just to tell you that the word s'intitule and s'intitule in this case is very important. So whenever you take up any topic, it's a beautiful way to start. You would always say, je vais parler sur le texte qui s'intitule blah 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 blah. Ça va, Komal, Khushbu, c'est clair? That's how you would start your topic. You would say, I'm going to talk on the text whose title is qui s'intitule. Ok. C'est bon, vous avez écrit? Sinon, c'est pas grave. Which is titled. Which is titled. Right? It's a reflexive verb, which is titled. Okay. So, what I was trying to say, qu'est-ce que je vous disais? What was I saying? I was saying, je disais que, I was saying that la belle chanson s'intitule, the beautiful song is called, is titled, Et si tu n'existais pas? Et si tu n'existais pas? And the whole song's first line goes this way. Et si tu n'existais pas, dis-moi pourquoi j'existerais. Bataillez. Who can translate? Raise your hands and let me see who can do a beautiful translation. All right, we'll start with Arti. Arti, bataillez.
Okay, this means if you did not exist, tell me why I existed.
Okay, tell me the correct tha. It was correct till tell me. If you did not exist, tell me why. Sapna?
Why would I?
Why would I exist?
Absolutely. Why would I exist? Why would? You remember that? Arti, why would I exist? Très bien. Super, super. Très bien. That's correct. You remember this song? Who can sing this line to me? Come on. It's a beautiful song. Let me see if anyone can sing that one line for me. Of course, I'm going to sing it for you, that's for sure. Yeah, come on. Khushbu, you want to try this line? No. Oui, je sais que je chante très bien. Abhi, you have to say it to the teacher, even if I don't sing well, I know it. Oh là là, oui, la chanson que je chante, d'accord. En fait, vous voyez, quand on est prof, on danse, on chante, on est acteur, on est tout. Voilà, on fait tout. N'est-ce pas, Arti? N'est-ce pas, Champa? Quand on est prof, on fait tout. Voilà. So I'll just help you with the pronunciation. Et si tu n'existais pas. Oui, voilà. Ben non. Ah, oui, cette chanson, je l'ai écrite. Moi, je l'ai écrite, la chanson, la version hindi et la version française. C'est moi qui l'ai écrite, voilà. Mais pas celle-ci, c'est écrit par quelqu'un d'autre, Jodassin. Alors, et si tu n'existais pas, dis-moi pourquoi j'existerais pour traîner dans un monde sans toi, sans espoir et sans regret. Et si tu n'existais pas, je ne serais qu'un point de plus. Voilà, that's it. Ok, voilà. Et donc, oui. Yeah, but I also would like to say that you sing very well, so please do sing in the next class for me. However you sing. Comment?
We learned one song that was Je ne
Veux
veux
pas
pas
travailler.
travailler, je ne
Voilà.
veux pas oublier.
Oui.
Je
Je veux seulement t'oublier et puis je fume. Right. So, yeah, songs are going to be, inevitable in this class. So I'll try to push in a lot of songs. When we do subjunctive, we'll switch over a song of Celine Dion. That's about Pour que tu m'aimes encore. I'll try to push it to you people. You would watch it. Okay, so this was it for C plus imparfait plus conditionnel présent. So it is an imaginary situation. If you did not exist, tell me why would I exist? Right? A very interesting question. So always have these kind of constructions for your spoken part and written part. I'm going back to the point. Everything that you learn is not to be kept here, but has to come out as a manifestation either on the spoken part or in the written part. Please ensure that you make your book list, you make your notes in a way that you highlight them, all the beautiful words that you have learned, all the expressions that you have learned, use them, make an effort. When we will be moving ahead with topics every week, I would want you to talk about those words, those expressions, those constructions in your writing section and your spoken section. That is how our training is going to be, so that when you are there for the exam, you are able to do it in the similar way. Ça va? Ok. On va continuer. Ça va? Vous êtes fatigués, les filles? Ça va, Champagne? Non? Non, non, vous n'êtes pas fatigué. Pas fatigué. Ok, très bien. Bien sûr, c'est intéressant parce que vous êtes là, vous vous intéressez à apprendre le français avec moi et donc c'est pour ça c'est intéressant. Bravo. Alors, so we'll quickly look at these sentences. They are again in the same format, C plus imparfait plus conditionnel présent. So quickly run through these sentences. I give you quick 1 minute and you tell me if you understand them well. Blah, voila. These 5 sentences. Look at them. Blanks are over there. Answers are over there. If you have any questions, do ask me. 1 quick minute and then translate them in English for me. That's more important. Let's see how we translate them in English, because we have to keep our English correct. We have to keep our French correct. Okay. Ok. Le premier, qui est-ce qui peut me répondre en anglais? Arti, tu vas essayer ça en anglais? Vas-y.
Oui. If you were a superhero, you would save the world.
Absolutely. That's it. Correct. So how you can use it in your exam, Arti, if there was a problem in your dialogue, let's say there is a dialogue as well in B1, and you would say to the other person, Monsieur, si j'étais un super-héros, je sauverais le monde. You know, you can use that and it'll be so simple for you. Or if you were to write a little writing section, there's a lot of problems in the world, you would say that all by myself alone I cannot do, because if I were a superhero, I would do this, but all by myself it won't work. So that way you can use these sentences. Okay, ensuite, qui est-ce qui peut dire? Champa, you want to try in English?
Oui. Si nous avions une maison au bord de la mer, nous passerions nos vacances là-bas.
Oui.
It says, if we had a house near the sea, means it would be like au bord means I forgot this. What's it there?
Yeah. Anyone? Au bord?
Au bord, I just forgot.
On the
We could have our vacations over there.
we could or we would, Champa?
We would pass.
We would spend our vacations over there. Très bien. Parfait. Yeah. So au bord de la mer. Yeah. At the edge, or yeah, at the bank. You got it. At the edge, at the bank. I know that happens to us when we are shunting between two languages. We speak English in the French style and we speak our French in the English style. So
Sometimes what happens during my conversation classes,
yeah,
I speak French also.
I know.
And my
I can
students,
understand.
They think that ma'am has gone crazy.
Yeah. Je sais, c'est pas grave. Ok, on va continuer. Oui, la troisième. Reshma, tu vas essayer, s'il te plaît?
Sí, el ponente la response, el responderé a la cuestión.
Voila. So how do you say that in
He
English?
know that
If she,
if he um, if she was know the response, she would respond the question.
okay, she would respond to the question is correct because that's very clean and clear that it is conditional present. So you have used would over here, right? But what about this one? Now over here, Reshma, it looks, it is imparfait, but please don't translate this in English as imparfait. That's what you did right now. So you have to say it as simple past. Simple past ke tarike se you'll have to say it in English. So it would be
If she knew the answer.
exactly. If she knew. If she knew the answer or the response, she would respond to the question. That's correct. Très bien. But please keep your English correct, keep your French correct. In English, you say if she knew the answer. In French, you would say si elle connaissait. Connaissait is imparfait, which in English is actually if she used to know. I'm sorry, not if, but she used to know or she was knowing. But you know, it gets changed in the C clause. Reshma Sabha, is that clear what I just said?
If we are using C clause, then it should be in passive composition.
Very good. Very good. Exactly.
Passive tense.
Yeah, if we are using in the C wala clause, the imparfait wala construction with the conditional présent wala construction, in that case, imparfait is said in English as simple past. Simple past. Like, I ate, they went, he spoke, she danced, they looked, that way, right? Okay, everyone please pay attention at this level that you always have to ensure that the verbs taking a or the or what are they taking. So répondre always takes a. Répondre à quelque chose, to respond to something, right? Always. And this becomes why. Why? L-I répondre. L-I. When you replace any component that is with a, and that's a non-living component, of course, you will replace it with y. And that is not called there, Komal, not there as a component. She would respond to it. This y is no more a place, right, Sapna? It's a component which is not a place. So you would translate that in English as she would respond to it. Is that okay to you people? You understand that? If not, then we can always delve into it. If you would ask me, if you ask me, I would do it for you. Okay, on va continuer. Oui, qui est-ce qui va essayer ça? We'll just have two more and then we'll just wrap it up. We're almost towards the end of the class. Yeah, Sapna, vas-y.
If I could travel anywhere, I would go to Asia.
Très bien, bravo. If I could travel anywhere or everywhere, I would go to Asia. That's correct. And can you read it quickly en français?
Si je pouvais voyager partout, je irais
Yeah.
sans is
Yeah, you're right. J'irai. That's correct. That's why you were struggling. So it's correct. J'irai. J'irai en Asie. J'irai en Asie. And the pronunciation for this, everyone, it might seem a very simple word. It is voyager. Voyager. Open your mouth wide and say voyager. Voyager.
voyage.
Yeah, it's not voyager. It's not voyager. It is a voyager. Voila. D'accord? Okay. And the last one, who would want to try this one? Raise your hands. Alors. So, okay, we'll ask Surashri. Yeah, Surashri. We don't see you, Surashri, though. On ne peut pas te voir. We feel really disconnected. Ah, oui. Oh là là, tu es là, vas-y. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you study further,
Furthermore, yeah, that's correct. Furthermore,
you would succeed in your exam.
absolutely. If you studied furthermore, you would succeed in your exams. The verb réussir takes two options. Réussir quelque chose and réussir à quelque chose. So if you want to say I would succeed the whole exam, then you would say réussir l'examen. If you want to say I will pass in the exam over there, then you would say réussir à l'examen. So both work well. That depends as to how you want to say. You want to say that I'm going to succeed the whole thing as an entity, then réussir l'examen. If you want to say I would pass in the exam, then réussir à l'examen. It depends as to what you want to say. Ça va, c'est clair? D'accord? Oui? Artis, c'est bon?
Can you repeat this?
Okay, I'll repeat. So réussir à l'examen. I hope it's visible to you people. I'll shift it here. And réussir l'examen. You might see these kind of two constructions. Réussir l'examen. So you might wonder, you might wonder, is it like réussir à something something, or is it always réussir something? It depends. If you want to say to succeed the whole thing as an entity, Arati, you would go for this one. But if you want to succeed in something, you would say réussir à quelque chose. It's a very subtle difference, but it has some sense behind it. So my suggestion to all of you is that every time, whenever you see any verb, it is followed by any kind of preposition, make a list out of it. Believe me, it's going to be a lifesaver later on. You would not search for these constructions. Whatever comes your way, write it down. Like répondre à, okay, I'll not forget it is répondre à quelqu'un and à quelque chose also. So have these constructions written in your notebooks.
Sir, is there any particular list we can get?
Yeah, I can make one for you. Why not? If you want, I can make one for you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. And what if I said, please make one for me? Would you make one for me if I said make one for me? No, don't worry. Make one for yourself wherever you find. But I would make one for you and I'll send it to you with what all adjectives. I'm sorry, what all prepositions are there for the verbs. So I'll do it, right? Do remind me in the group as well because I might forget. Okay, voila, c'est tout. A little homework for all of you will be one, to work on C clauses of C plus que parfait plus conditional passé, which means something that is a regret. Had you told me on time, I would have come to help you, but since you didn't tell me, I didn't come, and now nothing can be done. So work on those sentences. They are in the next sheet, this way. I would not overdo the time. Si j'avais su, je serais venu. These kind of constructions, please work on them. In next class, we'll work on this. That class is going to be, which day are we on today? It's a Thursday. So we catch up on Saturday. Saturday is going to be the class wherein we will have discussed subjunctive as well. And then from next week onwards, we'll delve into topics of B1 level, wherein I'll be giving you content. You'll be reading it. We'll be working on it together in a very intensive way to work on our monologue, that is production orale, and also we'll start to work on the production écrite. So every topic that I give to you, you'll be writing on it and you'll be speaking on it. And that's how we'll move ahead with each topic every week. And in the latter part of our course, we will have some hours left wherein we'll do the practice of exam. That's how I see it. If you have your personal inputs, do share them so that we can tailor-made that thing and we can redo it again if you wish so. Yeah, Shampa. Oui, Shampa.
The écrit part and the this monologue part is definitely very important. I would like you to discuss some of the components of
Yes. So when I said, yeah, totally. So yeah. So what I was trying to say, in a week-long time, when we talk about a topic, because this coming week we will take the topic l'apprentissage du français. In that, not only we will discuss, non seulement nous allons travailler sur la partie production orale et production écrite, mais aussi nous allons travailler sur la partie compréhension de l'oral et compréhension des écrits. Nous allons traiter ces 4 compétences en même temps sur le même thème. D'accord? Pour une semaine. And then 1 week is over, we push to the next week with a new topic. We push to the next week with a new topic. And that's how we will enrich our content, our strategies. And simultaneously, we'll work on our dialogue as well. And I'll also train you for your présentez-vous in a very structured way. That will come on way. So don't worry. Tout est là.
So each topic we will be practicing for all the competencies.
Yes.
Like,
Oui.
monologue and everything.
Tout. Yeah. Sapna, tu veux dire quelque chose?
Wait, can we get some expressions list?
Everything is coming on the way. Don't worry. Everything is ready. Everything is coming. Petit à petit. Petit à petit.
No, because we are going to start the writing part. No, I told you already that I need some writing part.
Everyone needs it. I understand. Don't worry. I'll be putting it across. But if
everyone is better than me, how can I say everyone? Everyone is better.
no, but I'm not. I really want to work hard. What about me? I really want to work on a lot of expressions. Every day I'm looking for expressions, so I have to work. So don't worry, we all are working together. My personal request to everyone would be one, if you need something in particular, please put it in the group. I would help you out with that. I'll take some little time, but then in the end, I would definitely fetch it to you. One. Second, I have a planned arrangement in my mind for your B1 preparation. But if at all you want something to be done in a specific way, do let me know. Second. And the last thing, as what Sapna rightly says, I'll be putting in a lot of expressions, prepositions with verbs and this and that regularly now. It has just started. See, you'll be all loaded with content and then you would perhaps say, no, attendez, monsieur, pas beaucoup de documents. So I hope, let's see how it works. Yeah, Reshma, you want to say something? Tu veux dire quelque chose?
So it is now it's just a small thing we are viewing. Let's next thing is
Absolutely. I mean, vous allez parler, pas moi. Moi, je vais vous écouter. Vous allez parler, d'accord? So I've done. Yeah, Reshma wants to say something. Oui, Reshma, vas-y, dis-nous. You have to unmute yourself, Reshma. You're saying something? Yeah. Oui, oui.
Then here I could swim. Je pouvais manger. Je pouvais manger.
I could swim.
And I would swim if je nagerais.
Voilà, je nagerai. Right. So if I went to the swimming pool, I would swim. If I went to the swimming pool, I would swim. Si j'allais à la piscine, si j'allais à la piscine, je nagerai. I would swim. Right. Got it? Ça va? Très bien. So the homework is please work on the C plus que parfait plus conditionnel passé. And then we'll move ahead. And please also work on subjunctive. I'll be sharing a little document on subjunctive to all of you in the group. Work on that so that when we meet in the next class on Saturday, we are through with our C clauses and subjunctive, and then we are all ready to move ahead with our topics. Voilà, c'est tout que j'avais à vous dire. Non, oui?
The small.
Yeah.
Sir, what's the difference between flu and plus? A to pronounce flu to pronounce plus.
Okay, so when you want to say more in positive sense, you say plus. When you say no more, you say plus. As simple as that. So I don't speak to him anymore. Je ne lui parle plus. Je ne lui parle plus. I don't talk to him anymore. That is plus. Do you want more? Tu en veux plus? Or chahiye, Surashri? Do you want more of tea? You want more? Tu en veux plus? More. Ça
So
va?
that means when we are using plus in positive, it's plus, and when we are saying plus in negative, it's flu.
Voilà. Très bien. C'est clair?
That's all. That is the only one difference.
Yeah. Then rest you have to tell me where are you getting problem.
Sure.
D'accord? Très bien. Voilà. Je vous souhaite bonne fin de soirée. Prenez soin de vous et je vous dis à samedi. Merci. Au revoir. À samedi. Merci. Au revoir. Merci. Au revoir. Au revoir. Au revoir.